current no medi. That is when we ask that question. If you do so, you are living your life by default, not by design. So as a person or as a business person, you must live your life by a design. And so Cecilia says, we expect to get 34,000 for this week. We must find or write down how we are going to use this amount. This is what we are calling cash flow. So, Auntie Cecilia, when this 34,000 come, what is your plan for the 34? Plan number 1.
What I would do is the 34,000. I normally do change foreign exchange. Okay,
so she intends to change into dollars.
Yes.
Is it all the amount or some?
Some.
Okay, so which amount are you going to change? So let's say she wants 5,000. Let's say dollars.
Yes.
So she changed at 5 cedi. So about 25,000 is gone. Yes. So see, out of the 34,000, she wants to save 5,000. So that is her savings. Plan number 2.
The rest, I think I'll leave it in the account.
Okay, so in Cecilia's case, all this money will be kept in the account, right? So the remaining 9,000 will be kept in the account. Yes. So she has a very simple life. But apart from this, won't you take car? Won't you buy fuel? Won't you feed anybody?
That one is aside.
Good. So how much do you want to spend on that one too?
On the for expenses for the week.
Yes.
Expenses, I don't do much because I don't go. I don't go out. I don't take cars. Okay. Let's say if I'm buying fuel for my car,
good.
I normally buy about 40.
Good. 40. But how much do you want to budget for the week for this week amount?
For the week, let's say 500 is too much.
Good. Okay, so let's assume she budgeted 500. We must find a use for this money. Cecilia, the way I see here, is maybe a bobon again kissing. And so, by all means, in the week, she will go for a midweek service. She decided to give God 1/10 of the money. So she will do offering of 50. Your fuel. How much do you buy fuel for, let's say, a week?
Let's say 40 Ghana.
40 Ghana?
Yes.
No, it's too small.
No, 40 Ghana, I don't go anywhere.
Okay, doesn't go anywhere. All right.
I don't go anywhere.
Cecilia, how much do you buy food? Whether you are buying food stuff or whatever?
Food, I normally buy them in bulk.
In bulk, okay.
So for the week, unless...
So in this particular week,
yes,
we are saying you have enough already, yes, so food is not an issue.
Yes.
But there'll be a week where we don't have, you are yet to go and buy, yes, so she will plan.
Yes.
You see the idea? So for this week, she has already a stock, yes, so she's not buying. Agree. How much do you give out in gifts?
Gifts.
So again, Cecilia could say, I live a planned life. I'm only spending 500 in a week. So I'm setting my gift limit to 50. This morning she leaves here and go home and somebody comes. And Cecilia, I'm in need. Her plan is that no matter what is killing you, for me and my budget, I'll give you only up to 50. If that person goes away and another person appears, what you are saying is that you have exhausted your gift box for a week. The person can only fit into your budget next week. That's what we are calling cash flow. Living a life by design. Again. Good. And because it's hard to design, that is why we don't move on. No. That's why our life is we work hard and somebody will come and chop it. And after the chopping, she will not even pick a call and say, thank you. This is a lie. How many people have been to help in this life that they've called you that machi? He will even see you in church and pass you by. And you are wondering whether the person remembers what you did. I told you I'm a prophet. I'm prophesying.
Suppose you have a more money and they call you that you want.
Good.
Because I've designed my life.
Good.
And I've already given the 50 CDs out.
Good.
What do I do?
So those are emergencies. So we can include emergencies. So these things may pop up. You may have emergencies. Or even if you don't plan for it, and it happen that you must even spend 1,000, you have a reason why the 1,000 was necessary. You see, so we are going to give the same idea to our businesses on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis. In your case, the offering may be wages and salaries. In your case, the fuel may be fuel. In your case, you have rent. In your case, you have utilities. In your case, you are paying a supplier. So you book your suppliers down. And you see, you are going to estimate the inflows, which is what? From sales. It means if you don't make these sales, you cannot offset these things you have planned for. So what do you now do to make the sales? If you have to be extra nice in your shop for people to buy, you will do it. If you have to now intensify sales, because if you don't make this inflow of 34,000, there's a certain thing she must do to get the 34. For all you know, this 34 is owed by me. I owe her. She's always been calling me on phone, and I've been doing Ochina Ene. If she wants to make the 34 Ghana, she must be sitting in my house at 4 a.m. with a policeman. So I pay. So there's a way cash flow can help you manage your life. And a businessman must think in that way. So because you don't take time to know what you want to spend on and how necessary and less urgent they are, we leave our businesses to chance and to the grace of God. Oh, nyame beye. But there's a time where nyame beye we trust God and all that He does. But you have this business responsibility to say there's a need to talk to some category of people. There's a need to mount a certain pressure on people. There's a need to insult at times. There's a need to get angry at times. There's a need to be nice at times in getting some things done. For all you know, it can even raise this, let's say, money. If a supplier had sympathy on her, just to supply her a certain amount of items, which she can sell to make a profit of 34 in a week. Hello. So some of the issues are not even going to fight. But the fact that a supplier will have sympathy on you because you don't have all the money to buy that bulk amount. But if he can trust you and give you 100,000 worth of goods, knowing the customer base you have, in a week. And so it sets you into the motion of planning for a business. The motion of what do I do to grow the business? The motion of how do I do it? And this is what I call the blessings of God. Where you are using your creative mind to make God bless you. Than praying for God blessing without a basis. So that is what we call a cash flow, which you must learn to do for yourself on a daily basis as a businessman, on a weekly basis. And all you are doing is just your inflows and write them down. If at the end of the week she has spent 100 Ghana on offering, she must ask herself, why did I do that? It may be emergency. It may be necessary. It may also be lack of self-control. Why did she spend 80 Ghana on fuel? It could have been avoided. And so the following week, you find a way to say, if I spend 80 in week 1, and I want to make sure I spend 80 in 2 weeks, then I'm managing this fuel so that I'll be able to do my 80 in 2 weeks and not be doing 80 on a weekly basis. So this activity must be done on a weekly basis. So this is what we are calling cash a flow that as a businessman you must be able to work on. In the accounting we do as well, the last financial statement we have are always the notes. Accountant will want to have a note. We must be able to explain every single item we have on a financial statement. So if you say, let's say sales of 10, you must be able to break it down. Oh, we sold to people in Takoradi, people in Cape Coast, people in Accra. The 3 together is what gives you a 10. Or the 10 is made up of maybe small people who bought in small quantities, in medium quantities, and in large quantities. I put the 3 together, it gives you a 10. But we break them down in a way that gives you information. If you put your sales in different categories, it allows you to pay business attention. So you realize that out of a sale of 10, 7 out of the 10 came from small business around you. It means there are those who are giving you business. So what are you going to do to motivate them, to encourage them to buy, let's say more, right? Then you can introduce anything. Somebody comes to buy, and you are giving the person an umbrella as let's say a gift, because we are moving to the rainy season. As a way to say that umbrella will motivate. That's how come the Vodafones and things, they give you a chifa car, things to do, and that's where when you move into the marketing people do. But this information coming from accounting. So breaking down all the things you are doing now gives you what business plan or strategy do I use in order to make sure that is done. So that's basically the things I needed to discuss, and this is just an example of the. I was talking about the cash flow already. So, but then you must also be preparing your projected cash flow. When you are going for a loan, this can be done on a monthly basis, right? So the moment I bring January to December, you can still do this on a monthly basis. This is what we call projected. So we can do it on a quarterly basis, a half-yearly basis, or annual basis. And you must do it for all your revenue and for your expenses. So that is where I end my lesson on accounting and cash flow. Are you okay with me?